Welcome to this podcast from Stratfor, leader in global intelligence.
You might call it the symbolic end of an era. The U.S. Senate has voted to strip $1.75 billion out of a military authorization bill, killing plans to extend production schedules for the F-22 fighter aircraft. The 58-40 vote is widely seen as an important shift in domestic U.S. politics since President Barack Obama had faced stiff opposition from within his own party over calls to end the F-22 program. But the key questions actually revolve around the shape of U.S. military strategy and the changing face of war. Hello, and thanks for joining me. I'm Marla Dial with the Stratfor Daily Podcast. Though yesterday's Senate vote was a political victory for Obama, who threatened to veto the defense funding request if the final bill included money to build new F-22s, it was a bigger victory for Defense Secretary Robert Gates, who's been wanting to kill the program since his days with the Bush administration. I've been speaking with Stratfor's military analyst, Nathan Hughes, about the issue, and he says one of the problems is that the shape of global military conflicts has changed too much since the F-22 was first conceived.
It is widely regarded as the best air superiority fighter in the world, and of course the most advanced as well. But the U.S. hasn't been meaningfully challenged in terms of air superiority in decades. So while during the Cold War the concern was World War III with the Soviet Union, the way history's played out has been that American air superiority has gone largely unchallenged since the collapse of the Berlin Wall.
The F-22 program has continued to have powerful backers in Congress, largely because there are about 90,000 jobs spread across several key states connected to the program. Lawmakers from the House and Senate now will be working to strike compromises that protect the jobs, but the Defense Secretary has made it clear that he regards the F-22 as an extremely expensive boondoggle that has no application to current or future military challenges. Instead, Gates wants more funding for the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program. Nate Hughes says it's all part of re-examining core assumptions about military conflicts and force structure needs.
What Gates is really looking at is what the landscape of warfare will look like in the coming decades. I think the name of the game, more importantly than any one conflict, is the idea of uncertainty and the need for flexibility. The F-22 was purpose-built to be an air superiority fighter, and it's very good at that, but it's only very good at that. The F-35, by comparison, has been designed from the ground up as a multi-role aircraft that has more utility across a broader spectrum of mission areas. So whether it's an air campaign like Desert Fox in 1998 against Iraq, or whether it's providing close air support for a campaign in Afghanistan or a scenario like Lebanon in 2006, or whether it's a more complex mission profile against more advanced air defenses in, for example, bombing of Iranian nuclear facilities. All of these things are on Gates' radar as potential conflicts for the U.S. to have to deal with. And the question is, given a limited amount of money, where do you get the most bang for your buck if you're not sure what you're going to need your weapon systems to be doing in 20 years?
That's Stratfor military analyst Nathan Hughes. You can find more of his analysis on this issue later today by visiting our website at www.stratfor.com. Be sure to check out our third quarter forecast while you're there. I'm Marla Dial. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with more tomorrow.